Okay, so CFVI here is popping on the scans. We also have LEXX. LEXX is below the view up. I think I'm gonna stop trading these that are below the view up. Like, I clearly haven't figured them out yet. ISIG is also on watch. Broke its daily high already. 5 and 10 minute don't look the best. However, we're only a minute 30 in. So I do like ISIG if it can break through 1280. It's holding VWAP so far. Now it's breaking below as they say it. Let's see if it can pop back above. The high of this candle is 1268. So there's 71 now. So I should have bought that dip there. See if we can get in for the break. High is 13 now. Buy in here for the break at 13. We're gonna sell at 27, 35. Selling there at 23. Not filled. There, just got filled. So, wish I would have held a little longer. But I actually wish I would have got at this entry. I didn't expect it to take off like that within the same candle, so that kind of sucks to see. See if I can get it on another pullback here. I don't want to see a break 13 though. But now it's at 13, just broke through 13. See if we can hold this level. EFOI is also popping on the scans. Not gonna watch this one yet. 5 and 10 minute now on the ISIG don't look too bad. Even though it's pulled back this much on the 1 minute, it doesn't look too bad. This could be like a similar setup to yesterday where it just takes off. Let's see if it breaks this low. Low here is 1272. So it broke that low, hit VWAP 1250. Spreads are kind of big actually, which I didn't even notice. I didn't take that into consideration when I came in. So there's another bounce off VWAP. See if it breaks. Okay, it broke through 13. 10-cent spreads there. High now is what? 1344. Let's see if we can get in for the break of 1350 on the next 5-minute candle. Next 5 minutes should open here in about a minute 30. Spreads are kind of big, about 5 cents right now. I don't like that it finished that low. So now we're gonna go check out EFOI. This one might pop up, but we're gonna check out EFOI real quick. So nice move there on EFOI. Seems a little choppy to me. I was watching it pre-market. Had a really hard time breaking over this level of 75. And now we have a rejection candle. It's holding its level around 4. But I want to see more momentum. Let's go back to ISIG. I think this one can potentially pop back up. So let's go ahead and see what this wants to do. 1 minute MACD, which I did not see crossed. So, that could have been really bad for me on this candle if I didn't sell. I did not even look at it. But we could see a curl. This has potential for a curl. I could buy this dip here. Low is 12. So if it pulls back to 12, I could potentially buy that for a pop all the way back to 1250. Potentially over back to 13. I'm going to buy in here. 1265 for the break into 13. I'm selling there at 78. Wasn't wanting to move. So sold at 78. It wasn't moving quick enough. It didn't break through that level how I wanted it to. So it broke the 1 minute high, but it just didn't break that level how I was expecting. Now it's pulling back a little too much. Now the 5 minute looks like it can potentially break lower, which I don't want to see. I really don't want to see that. 5 minute low here is 1216. So if it breaks that low and somehow pops all the way back up to 1250 or something, that actually looks really good. And I wouldn't mind taking another entry. Just a false break on this candle. It's still finishing pretty high, which kind of makes me tempted to get in a third time. So let's say I took my entry here at 55. I'd be profitable for a bit here. It's having a hard time. EFOI in the meantime is taking off though. So nice pullback here and nice move all the way up to 430 from 390 to 430, a 40-cent pop here. Really nice move there. Especially on the 5-minute. That was super clean on the 5-minute. This one I would have to take larger share size, I think. Let's go to ISIG again once more. ISIG, now it's curling on the 1-minute. I like that. I'm gonna buy in here for the break of 13. See if we get that break. 13, trying to sell at 13. See if we get another test of 13. Another pop back up to 90. Still in. I don't know where I'm in at actually, if I'm being honest. 75. See if we get another rip to 13. There's 90. I'm gonna sell at 90. It's not wanting to move there. So was expecting a rip. I wanted it to rip through 13 there. Like really destroy that level and then go to 13, maybe not 1350, but potentially 1325, something like that. I could sell for a bigger gain, but again, doesn't want to do it. So next 5-minute opens in 2 minutes, but this 1 minute is still looking really solid for another push through 13. So let's see if we get it on this one. There's 1309, 1313, sold right there. All out of my position. Super quick trade right there, 94 to 1306. I don't like the way that this one's popping and rejecting, so that's why it was such a quick trade. Is, you know, pop, drop, pop, drop, pop, drop. That's all this one's doing. Wanted to take that quick entry and sell right away. So luckily I got filled in a pretty good spot. I mean, 94 to 1306, not a big move, but definitely better than what I expected. So I wish I got an earlier entry, but I think I got a pretty good entry regardless. So far I've had some decent entries and not the best exits. This was probably my best exit if I'm being real. But I don't know, overall it's been okay. So this is what I was saying yesterday. It doesn't make any sense. I couldn't buy 300 shares of a $6 stock, but I could buy 300 shares of a $12, $13 stock. I'm pretty sure, depending on the volatility or depending on the price of the stock, or yeah, depending on the price of the stock or the volatility, I'm assuming that my broker throttles or like kind of, I don't know, like they don't allow me to take some trades because I was able to take it at 5, and that's because my actual equity was capable of doing so. Like I could actually take 300, but with my margin, I mean, even on this one, it shows my margin's the same, but my daytime buying power is not, right? So that's what I really go off of. That's actually my margin. But wow, look at that pop. So missed this huge opportunity here. Really nice clean rip through 13. Anyway, so yeah, like on this one, I can't use my margin. Look at that huge move, 60 all the way to 35, 50 now. Oh man, miss that entire climb there. Wow, if this goes into a halt, that's going to be insane. Jesus, I missed this entire move right there. I didn't expect it. I wanted this 1 minute candle to pull back, but I didn't expect it to rip. I wanted it to pull back, and the next 1 minute candle we see break through. Oh man. What an insane move. Now the target is the high of this candle, 1571. Wow. So small trades in between here and then a huge rip in this one candle. This is the kind of move I was hoping for in these past 2 candles here. But wow, I didn't get that. Jesus. So there's that. Let's go to see what else is on the scans. We got LEXX. LEXX crawling back up to its VWAP. It's a nice pop through 6 there. I don't feel so confident in this one. It's already rejecting 6. Super quick break, and now it's back to 580. Yuck. EFOI, the other one that was popping up here, looks pretty good for another break of the 5-minute high, as well as the 10-minute high. The only thing is the 1-minute MACD. 1-minute MACD is going to have to prove strength, but 5 and 10 minutes, especially the 10-minute, looks really good for another high break, 442. It's just like I said, this thing's going to have to prove itself. It's pulling back, and it's actually holding its level for the most part. Holding above 4 for sure. So it's struggled against 440, definitely 450, hasn't even reached that level yet. It's struggled in that area, but I mean, it's kind of holding its own here at 415, 410 level. So this one could potentially make a move higher, but I don't want to see this thing just flush down on me. So let's just say I took an entry at 417. There's 420. Couldn't break 420 yet. And then a rejection all the way to 410. See if things get back up to 420 and actually break. It's still kind of curling, but now the 1-minute MACD is actually crossing here, which I don't like. So this one, we're gonna have to wait a little bit. It's 417 again. Back to 410. Double top basically at 420 here. It's somewhat curling. It's somewhat making like this curling pattern. The only thing is the 1-minute MACD. I'm assuming it's gonna break lower. So there's a flush all the way to 390. That's another thing. I just realized this. I say flush so much, and it's not even a flush. Like, it's not even that bad. Yesterday on, I think, what was it? CFIV. Yesterday, or no, it wasn't CFIV. It was SYTA maybe. I don't know. There was a stock and it just dropped so bad. And I was like, okay, that's a flush. Like, that's gross. But just know that I say it pretty loosely here. Like, I just throw the word around. It's not actually a flush. It's just like a pullback or whatever. Micro pullback. But a flush is when it just completely destroys itself. So let me see. VRA popping on the scans. This one's light on volume. Gap down reversal below VWAP. Oh, actually, no, not below VWAP. Below its averages. It's right at VWAP right now, but it's too low on volume for me. EFOI. If this thing can pull back the way it's doing and somehow hold its level, I would love to see it hold 4, how it's doing right now. But I want to see it curl on the 1-minute MACD for the potential rip on the 10-minute. I like the 5-minute, but it needs to hold its level above 4. But what I'm really looking for is the 10-minute rip to 440. That's what I'm really hoping for. It's already crossing on the 1-minute MACD here. It just needs to hold this small range for the next couple minutes. 5 minutes going to open here pretty soon. High is 422. So this one I would love to take bigger share size on, just because it's not a huge mover. There's a breakthrough 410. When does ISIG resume? Let's double check on this. So in about a minute, this one resumes. I don't want to buy it right out of the gates. Then again, the high here is 1571. It's like right there. It's going to open at 15. Where I could potentially get in, hard to say. I would love to see this pull back. I don't want to buy it so extended here. It's already $2 off its average. Off the VWAP, I mean. I'm already profitable. I'm up 136. I should probably just take this and go. But at the same time, I'm feeling a little FOMO because I missed this huge ride here. So hit VWAP 1260 and then just boom, ripped. I could have bought in here at 1320. One, I didn't expect the rip. And then two, it just kind of did a quick micro pullback and then it just ripped into the halt there. So I couldn't really get an entry. I most likely would have got filled at 1350, 1380. And if that just flopped on me, then that was it. So it just sucks. I'd seen this pulling back and I was really hoping that it would just pull back, show a pullback candle, similar to how it did on this one, pull back candle, and then the next 1-minute candle would rip. That's what I was really, really looking forward to. But obviously this thing just took off without me. So let's see. So it's going to be a 10-minute haul is what it looks like. It hasn't resumed just yet. So I guess we'll come back at 9:50 and 31 seconds. Let's go back to SFIX. This one's also popping on the scans. Gap down reversal. I'm not going to trade this one. I'm just not feeling it. Probably has potential. I'm just not going to do it. So EFOI here, holding this little range. See if I can. Okay, so it's within this small little range here. It needs to break back above 420. We need to see a shift in momentum. So this is a pullback candle. I'm gonna assume, or I kind of want the 10 minute or the 1 minute. I mean, oh, actually the 5 minute high just broke. I did not see that. So I want this to pull back, but I don't want it to break its low in the next 1 minute candle. So if I get the trend line here, I don't want it to break this low on the next 1 minute. I want it to continue higher, which it looks like it wants to do. So the high, this is 421. See if it's actually gonna break. We need to see a shift in this momentum here. Okay, so it's breaking lower. It's not ready yet. We got to give it a little more time. We'll wait on it. Other than that, there's not much popping up on the scans. If I go back to ISIG, so it's just hard to say. I want to see what this is going to do at the open. Chart's kind of messed up here, showing 1417 resumption, but I know it's not actually 1417. It's around 15, which is kind of crazy. But I really do want to get in for the daily high to break, which is 1571. I really think this has the potential to break its high. Pre-market, it didn't come anywhere near this level. I don't think so. Yeah, so I really want to see this break its daily high here, 1571. It's kind of like yesterday, SYTA. I said it was going to break its high, and it did. Although it finished pretty trash. Actually, was it SYTA? Oh no, I said it was going to hit its 200, and it ended up doing that. It actually broke through, which is awesome. So I had an early entry at 5. Yes, I could have held it the whole way, but that's not managing my risk properly, especially when I was taking those losses. So, or I didn't take a loss, I don't think, but obviously wasn't getting the best trades in. I only got like one green trade, I think. But yeah, with ISIG here, I don't want to buy too high. I want it to pull back. I want to make sure it's going to hold its level. I could potentially buy a dip right out of the gates, but I don't want to risk this thing not running because nothing else is moving at the moment, and I want to make sure that this is actually going to rip. The overall target would be the daily high. I have a quick stop of 15 cents. Try to, at least. I don't want to give back all my profit if I start losing on it. But I don't want to see it flush into a halt going down. That's actually going to suck. So resumption is going to be in about another minute at 15 and 1 cent. Actually, if it opens at 15 and 1 and pulls back somehow to 14, usually you get these quick market orders that fill in this huge gap. If it can pull back and fill this gap all the way to 14, I'll buy that dip because that's a huge dip. Then again, if it pulls back, doesn't fill the gap, the next 1 minute candle opens and then does fill the gap, I'll buy that candle into the pullback. And then we'll see another rip potentially to 1571. If it gets halted at that level, for sure I'll be holding for I guess market or for the open, and then I'll just sell into that halt. I might just sell into that halt. I don't think I'll hold into the halt. Knowing how it's been these past couple days, I think it's just better to take profit. And knowing how it was acting over here, where it just popped and drop, popped and drop, popped and drop, popped and drop, you know, I don't want to risk it. So this one's going to be really, really quick scalps. So that's what I was talking about. Quick market order, filled that gap real quick, broke the daily high now, and I missed my whole opportunity, it seems like. So straight into another halt. Insane. Like I said, I was hoping for that pullback, but obviously it was just a quick market order, just boom, flush down, and then rip to another halt. So ISIG halted once more. I think I'm going to be done for the day. This one is moving for sure. I wish, oh man, I wish I would have taken these entries here. I was just talking about my stupid trades the other day or something. I don't know what I was talking about. Oh, the margin. I was talking about that. So I wish I paid more attention to that and actually held this position or got into this halt at least. Because wow, what a move there, all the way to 1690. This is for sure gonna have to pull back, like just to look good. But then again, I'm gonna be waiting, and I'm pretty sure by that time I'm gonna catch the back end of the move, and I just don't feel like waiting another 20, 30 minutes. I would if I could, but I have work and all these other things I gotta go to, so I can't. That's why I can't trade in the afternoons. It sucks. That's when a lot of these moves usually happen, is in the afternoon. Like DWAC, for example, it just ripped, later in the afternoon, like 1, 2, 3 p.m. over here. It started ripping all the way to the hundreds, and I was like, dude, what is that? I was watching it around 12, 15, $16, and then it just, next thing you know, I see the next day it went up to 150. Like, what? So it kind of sucks, but that's just the way it goes, I guess. So ISIG, I can watch it at resumption, but I'm just gonna feel tempted to trade it again. I might as well just take this profit. It's awesome to finish up 136. I mean, that's just because yesterday or 2 days ago, I mean, I was losing like back to back to back. I've had a terrible week last week. In the past 2 weeks, I'd say it's just been super trash. But nice to see that I'm actually taking advantage of these opportunities. I obviously didn't take advantage of these two, which I totally regret now. But I mean, that's what I get for not paying attention, I guess. So ISIG overall, big winner here today, and we will be back tomorrow.